going on, guys? This is Heck back here with another Alma Jam video, and today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about how you might not be able to play Alma Jam on your device anymore in the near future. Before I get into that though, I want to quickly talk about today's video giveaway, which is for 25,000 sapphires. All you need to do to be entered into this giveaway is, first of all, like the video, subscribe to my channel with notifications on, and third of all, go down to the video, comments down below, and let me know what you thought of the video after you finished it, or go to the video link in the description below and comment on that video instead. So as I said, you might not be able to play Alma Jam anymore in the near future. So what I'm actually referring to is this here. This was actually added in the latest update, whenever that was. I don't know how many number of days ago at this point, but as you can see here, it says check your device. If you're playing Alma Jam on an older Android device, Alma Jam may soon be unable to run on it. In November, Alma Jam will be ending service for devices using Android version 4.4, also known as KitKat. Check your device's settings or have an adult check for you. If you are using an Android 4.4, you will need to update your device to at least Android 5.0, also known as Lollipop, or use another device to log into your Alma Jam account. Now, this is pretty standard stuff, and a fair warning to you all, but this isn't primarily what the video is about. But this is, kind of a PSA. If you are using an older device using Android 4.4, that you might want to upgrade it to 5.0 if possible. But I actually saw this the other day, and it kind of sparked the kind of thought in my mind that this is going to be an issue for a lot of devices, and probably already has been, and Alma Jam hasn't really notified them until this specifically, where they're ending service for Android version 4.4. As for why they're ending support for this, might be technical reasons, like I imagine older devices use this version of Android. That's probably why it's not able to keep up with all the graphical changes the app is and the game is making, so it might not be able to process all of these changes on this older version of Android here. That's probably why they're ending support and service for it, and you're no longer going to be able to get updates on Alma Jam for that, and you're probably never going to be able to play Alma Jam on that version of Android ever again. But as I said, it sparked the kind of thought that it's going to happen to a lot of devices in the near future, and probably in like the next coming months, to be honest. You hear about all of these kind of devices like iOS and Android that kind of stop supporting older iPhones and Androids as like more new kind of software updates come out for those devices. I think a prime example would be for like the older iPhones, like iPhone 5, 6, 7. A lot of those, you can't upgrade to the latest iOS versions, and even the latest one you can upgrade to, it's like very slow and laggy, and it's not even like a really enjoyable experience to use it on. And I imagine that's going to be the case for Alma Jam on a lot of devices when you actually try to use it on an older device. I think it's even the case now for like older tablets or older iPads that it's going to be a slow and laggy experience if you do try to play the game on them, because, well, times are changing, apps are getting bigger, and they're getting more technical and more graphically demanding, I guess, where you're going to need better hardware to actually run the game and the app. It might actually be the case where you might have to upgrade your device entirely and buy a new tablet or whatever to actually play the game. And as I said, it might already be the case for like a lot of older iPads and old Samsung or Android tablets. I'm not too sure on the certainty of if they've ended service for any of those yet, or you're just not able to download it in the app stores of those respected devices. However, it's definitely probably going to end up being a thing in the near future, I would believe. Now, is this Alma Jam's fault? Not really. This is just how things are. The tech scene in general, it's going to be more demanding graphically, and they're going to want to have better looking games anyway and upscale it more. So I imagine this is going to be a case for a lot of the devices, and it's not really in Alma Jam's control, and I imagine a very small fraction of people in specific are using this version of Android as well, and any other Android version they've kind of stopped service for in the past. It's probably a very small percentage of those actually on it still, I presume anyway. I don't have like actual metrics for that, but there's really no point of them continuously trying to make updates work for these low end and unupdated, or outdated I should say, versions of software that a very small percentage of people are actually still using. I do think the situation is quite similar to when Alma Jam Classic kind of just had to let go of it being on browser because of flashes. Because the flashes shut down. Obviously that was also out of Alma Jam's control. It could have made it work, but I've talked about all of those in another video. But even even now with the current stance of like Almajam on desktop, it's very unoptimized, and I think a priority with Almajam Play Wild is optimization and making sure it runs and works smoothly no matter the device you are playing it on. You know, this game and app is very jam-packed with a lot of things and a lot of assets, a lot of things going on at all times, and making that run smoothly across every device, I imagine, is a priority for a lot of them, especially when this is a kids game and they're trying to make sure people are, you know, are still playing it. Obviously kids, they're not really going to know the ins and outs of their devices. That's the reason you see them asking to have an adult check it for you. But I think it's a good thing they are actually putting announcements out like this now, and hopefully, you know, I don't think they've stopped supporting any old iOS versions yet. Maybe, I'm not too sure, I could be wrong about that, but obviously in the future I think they probably will do more announcements like these, notifying users and players that they're not going to receive any updates anymore, and you know, they're not going to be able to play on that version of iOS or Android or whatever you're playing on. If Almajam supported on it, you're not going to be able to, you know, update the game and play on it anymore. Because I had a thought like maybe you'll still be able to play it, you're just not going to receive updates and you'll just be stuck in like a perpetuate state of on an old version of the game, but I don't think that's even possible to do. I think you actually do need to get the latest update to actually, you know, fully play the game. I know for a while, you know, Amazon I think is a big example of them lacking behind on updates for a while. You know, they get kind of split into two different servers of versions, if that makes sense, but I don't think they're going to constantly hold older versions of the game where it still works for these devices anyway, and especially when there's a very small percentage of people that are actually still on this version of Android. But yeah, I thought I'd make a video on myself talking about this, letting you all know that this is probably going to be a reoccurring thing for a lot of versions of phones in the future. And you know, with Christmas coming up, you might want to ask for like a new phone or tablet or something if you think yours is a bit on the older end. I don't think anything in the like released in like the last 5-6 years is probably gonna have something like this, but you know, maybe 8 to 10 year mark, if it's that old, you might want to, you know, check with check your device anyway for sure. And if your device isn't even able to update the software on it, like the actual system software, like then you're probably looking to need to get a new device, that's for sure anyway. But yeah, I'll quit rambling here. Yeah, thought I'd make a video on it as I said, but yeah, that's gonna wrap it up here, guys. Make sure subscribe, notifications on if you guys do want to be notified on future videos, as well as videos just like this one. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy today's video and let me know what you thought of it. Comment section below, what you guys think about it. Are you affected by this, or do you think you will in the future? Let me know in the comments, and I will catch you guys in the next one.